doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities. Here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content it never stays. We're positive and uplifting. Once a week the scope gifted. The zero to fake. Hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a date. We always here for you. So when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the torch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. You go on with winning with no award toys. This culture meets the art, podcast with the heart. Essence of the growth, the powers in the people. Without you we ain't equal, what we lack is ego. We're bad now, so here we gon' run the show like Arsenio. Episodic or rituals, minds change to visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We raise the wise and knowledge is power. Without it we turn coward and proud of a known product. Like we could take it with us. I wish the greats were still alive and here with us, but it is what it is. We're left here to share our gift.
He said no audio. Okay, I'm here. Can you all hear me? No sound. So Bestie, can you all hear me? Let me know that you can hear me now. So put up a 1 or something and let me know that you can hear me. I don't know what happened, but Floyd's girl, what's up? Good evening, Joni Red Butterfly. I think we're a little behind because I should have said, okay, we're back now. 2 Diva for you said we are back now. Now you can hear. Okay, Derek Tuggle, okay, here or on Instagram, but you let me know, YouTube, if you're hearing me now. Let me know. Everything should be good. Here we go. All right. Okay. Thank you, Derek. All right. We are here. And I was just talking away. So hold on. We have to do this again. I have to start all over for you guys. Welcome. Okay. All is good, says Michelangelo. Pat Roberts is here. What's up? Kente Ferguson. What's up? Okay. And Floyd's girl says yes. Welcome to the livest media, tech, and pop culture party in the land. This is MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. Do you know who I am? I sound like, do you know who I am? Well, let me tell you if you don't know who I am. My name is Tachi. I am a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer, and also a journalist. I'll put it up for you in case you want to know. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's me right down there. So thank you guys for being here. I realize you could be anywhere else in the world. You could be actually doing what you're supposed to do, which you're probably not doing now if you're watching me. So I appreciate you. And I wasn't here last week and I couldn't come on yesterday. So I said, I have to come on today. I have to be here with you all. Yay. So, okay. Derek Tuggle says he hears us now. Welcome, Derek. Yay. Fantastic. All right. So as folks reel in, let me know how your day went. Were you accomplished today? Did you get things done? And also let me know what you are going to nosh on. I don't know if we're going to have the MediaScope food truck today. So let me know what you intend to eat for dinner or lunch, depending on where you are. The food plane is here. It says, hello, am I in time for the hug? You just missed it, but just because of you, I'm giving you another hug. Yay. I hope you felt that. That was especially for you, DS, and I hope you are well. All right. Yes. Hello, D and Tuggle. What's up? All right. So let's take a look now. Let me say hello to everybody who's watching on Facebook. Facebook, for some reason, your comments don't populate for me, so I can't see them. So I physically need to go to Facebook and look. So make sure that if you have a comment, put it there. I will physically go and look. If you are watching on LinkedIn, hello, LinkedIn. Make some comments. I may see them. If you happen to be watching on Instagram, hey. If you are watching on the Indie Soup YouTube, what's going on? And if you happen to be watching on Roku or on IndieSoupMedia.tv, welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's see what is happening over here. Kimmy is here. What's up, Diva Soul Star? It is good to see you. The Old Bird Farms. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Hey, bestie, how are you? It's good to see you. It's hot in Florida, folks. So if you see me fanning away, even with the air condition, did I turn it? I think I turned it down enough, but I just turned it down. So you're going to have to excuse me. You know, it's a little hot here. All right. So, what are we going to do? We're going to get into some news. Let me know what's going on in your world. If everything is good, we have some interesting news today, and I can't wait to spend this whole hour with you. Kim says she is having a great day. Hope you are too. I am. It was bloody busy today, but it was a great day. Other than that, it was really a great day. So thank you thank you. Because, most of the time, many people don't give a damn. But thank you. Thank you for asking me how my day was. Oh, Derek is having spaghetti and garlic bread for lunch later. Are you making it or is somebody else making it? Let me know. That sounds good. Because really, I'm asking, I do care about you, but I'm trying to get food recommendations for tonight. How about that? But I do care about you. But that sounds delightful and delicious. Food Plane, you better be having something wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an amazing chef. So you better be having something wonderful. I know you are. All right. So let's see. Let's see. D. Carpio says, how about some spaghetti and clams? Oh, wow. Spaghetti and clam sauce. Now, I've actually never had that, but I've heard it is very good. So, okay, let me try and get through this without being hungry because I'm already hungry. I already didn't eat properly today. Had a smoothie and that was it. But so I'll try not to think about food too much. Arlish, you know what? Arlicia, is it Arlicia or Arlicia? Because I may have been calling you the wrong name all these years. Please let me know. But she says, hello, Indie Soup family. So she's watching on the Indie Soup YouTube. What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bessie says, I'm starving now. You see, exactly. That's exactly it. All right, guys, let's get to some news, shall we? And again, if you're watching on Facebook, I am coming to you. Don't worry. Make sure that you open up MediaScope and put the comments in the thing, because sometimes if you don't, I don't see it till after. So let me know. All right, so here we go. Let us get back to it. And we actually are going to do some media news. How about we do that? Oh, well, before we do that, I'd like to thank a few people. I want to thank all of you. But there are a few people that I want to shout out and thank. Let's take a look at, this is my soror, the Body Mechanics. If you're here in South Florida, she is amazing. She does physical health screenings. She is disease and disability prevention coach. She also does community health education. She's an awesome person. So I want to say thank you to the Body Mechanics. Also, another soror, or like they like to say here in South Florida, Sarah. TT's Crafty Creations. If you're looking for something to be done, she's made a bunch of jewelry. She doesn't just do Greek stuff. So if you're looking for really cute stuff, my pen is here somewhere. My cute pen. Let me get it. Hold on. Here we go. All right. I can leave the frame because this is up. I'll show you after. And then this is something really cool for those of you that are podcasters. The 6th annual Afros and Audio Conference is coming up in October, and I will be talking about this periodically. This is a really cool conference, and it's not just for people with afros. It's not just for melanated folk. Anybody can go to this, but obviously it was a lot of melanated people that came together, but it is beneficial for anybody who wants to go. If you're a podcaster, definitely do this. It's going to be held in Baltimore, Maryland. So for those of you that are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, this is something close to you. If you're in Philly, you could get there really quickly. So check it out. I'll be talking about this periodically, and you could go to afrosandaudio.com to find out more information. This is the pen. Isn't this cute? Look at this. So this is the pens. She makes different pens and jewelry. That's TT's Crafty Creations. So I just want to say thank you to all of them. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Bryson is here. He says, what's up, everybody? What's up, Bryson? Yay. All right. Me Robinson. What's up? Welcome. Yay. DJ SK is here too. What's up? Listen, the gang is all coming in. File in, folks. File in. All right. As you're filing in, let's start to talk a little bit about media, tech, and pop culture. I'd like not to keep you all night, even though I'd like to keep you all night. I don't want to. I want to be respectful of your time. So let's take a look at some media, shall we? I almost don't want to talk about this because I don't want this to become a thing. So folks, let's not have this become a thing about this individual, shall we? But I already know it is, so have at it. But this is about the media end of it, and here we go. Loud, heavy, exasperated sigh. Now, not that there's necessarily any new development in his case per se. I am talking about the fact that this individual on the screen, Sean Combs is his name, has sold his majority stake in Revolt. So for those of you that do not know, he founded Revolt, which is a media company and also a television company, in 2013. So it's been around for quite a while now. It's been here for quite some time. Let's take this down so you can see my face. So it's been around for quite a while. He sold his majority stake. This actually was 2 days ago. I don't know if you all know about this or heard about, or even if you knew that he was involved with the founding of Revolt. I'm sure many did, but if you don't, you do now. All right, so he sold his majority stake in Revolt, and here's the tragedy of this whole thing. And this is why this goes for everyone, but you have to watch the way you behave in general, but particularly when you're a public figure, because this has more far-reaching implications than just the fact that he sold his majority stake. But before I get to that, he sold his majority stake, but do you now know who the majority stake is? The employees. Yes. So this is what the CEO, Detavio Samuels of Revolt, said. Today, we are most proud of the transformation that our teams will experience as they shift from being employees to owners of the business they are helping to build. Black culture is global culture, and Revolt's superpower is being the home for creators that moves culture globally, allowing us to build the most powerful storytelling engines for Black voices. As such, if you are on that pedestal, or if you are on that plateau, that plane, you ought to behave in ways that are befitting. You get what I'm trying to get at? So now we already don't have a lot of media platforms that are owned by people, and I should say major media platforms. That doesn't mean they don't exist. I have one after all, but major media platforms. We already don't have a lot that are owned by people of color. So now when we have the few and we have some people that insist on participating in shenanigans at the top, now this affects the media landscape for people of color. Do you see where I'm going here? So it's not just about this one individual, unfortunately. Now you have altered the media landscape, and they're still around, but do we have a lot of people are looking side-eye at Revolt? I don't know if you've heard those twitterings, but many people are looking side at Revolt. And not that anything was necessarily done on their end. It's just that when you have somebody who's at the helm, who gets in trouble, everything that company now does gets scrutinized. All the people involved, everything. So you have now affected a lot of people. This is aside from the obvious tragedy and travesty, that is a big one as well. Thoughts? I would love to know what you all have to say about this. All right, let's take a look. Derek said, I thought he sold it before now. No, he stepped down in November. Was it November of last year? After the allegations of assault came out, many civil lawsuits against him came out. He stepped down as the chair last year, but he did not sell until 2 days ago. He was trying to hold on to whatever pipe dream that was. But 2 days ago, according to CNN and other media outlets, he sold his majority stake, now leaving the employees as the majority shareholders in the company, which is interesting. That's going to be interesting because, as they said, they were the ones to help to build the company. So now they actually have a stake in it, which is very interesting. Let's see what we have to say. Plush, how are you? Plush Life Media is here, my dear. Welcome. Sarah Sarah Lynn is here too. Fantastic record of Filmworks. Hello. Danny Stone says, yes, you do have to watch how you behave as a public figure. You should watch your behavior anyway, but particularly when you are in the public eye, when you are responsible for many people, either as employees or service to many people. And let's face it, some of these things are a public service. I wouldn't go as far as saying Revolt provides a public service, but they do provide entertainment, and they do fill a void in terms of Black media ownership. You have to watch what you do. You cannot just behave anyhow. This goes for anyone, but particularly in spaces where we don't have a lot of people of color. And then you want, do you see where my annoyance comes with this? It's extremely annoying. It's extremely annoying because of the fact of everything that's happened with what you've done and what there's been the admission allegedly of doing through the videotape. But then the fact now that you couldn't even care. I won't go there. But I'll allow you to go there. DJSK says 100%. Bryson says, yeah, exactly. No longer the chairman of Revolt. Bestie says this: the village suffers because of a foolish rule. If I could put this up on this, the village suffers because of a foolish ruler. Well, that's what happens when you elect court jesters to be your ruler. But you didn't hear it from me. That's what happens. Kimmy Kim says, absolutely, and it's a shame. Fantastic Record and Filmworks says, I think they should change their name and rebrand. You know what? That is interesting. How many of you think that that is what should be? Should they change their name and rebrand? I will say this, though. I don't know about the inner workings. Many of you probably know a lot more about that company than I do, the inner workings. I'll say this. If there's anything wrong, and they have not fixed what is wrong, that is tantamount to saying there are too many problems in the US and so I'm leaving, but you haven't fixed your problems. You can rebrand all you like, but if you have not fixed the underlying surface, that new name and that new branding is just a Band-Aid. You have to fix the problem first. No disrespect to anybody who's moving to another country, but you have to fix your problems. Leaving or changing will not fix underlying problems. And again, I am not saying there are underlying problems. I'm saying if there are underlying problems that trickle down from the top, if they do not fix those problems, they could rebrand till the next millennium. It won't matter. They will still be Broken Revolt with a new name. But again, I'm not saying that they are broken because I don't know enough to speak on the situation, but look at me speaking on it. What does that stop me before? I mean, damn. Anyway, let's see. Danny Stone says, you see why BET was afraid to sell to Byron Allen. They knew he would bring programming that moves Black culture forward. Who BET and the sale to Byron, that's a whole other thing. First of all, Byron Allen, you probably dodged a train with that one. In my opinion, BET does not provide elevated enough content that you would have to put a lot of money, time, and energy and resources into fixing BET because it's just, no disrespect to any of you who may be acting on BET or on BET, but let's call it what it is. We have to start to have honest conversations about these things. Simply because there is something that is serving a segment of the population does not mean it is the best of the service of the best of the population, if that makes any sense. So it's there, but is it serving? I submit no. And why do we care about this when there's so many other channels that are not necessarily culture specific? Because there are too few that are culture specific that speak to Black culture, Asian culture, whatever. So when you have those few, unfortunately, you have to be excellent, or fortunately, you have to be excellent. You have to operate in excellence. Does that mean that because there is foolishness on other channels as well? We're also not monolithic. There's room in the space for many types of things, but I don't think those should be the only example. And God forbid BET be the only example of good programming. I can't fix my face on this. I should never play poker. Let's see. What else do people have to say? They need to rebrand. Joni says they need to rebrand. Danny says no, they shouldn't change the name. They already have brand equity in the name. It will be difficult to get people to tune into a new name. That is an interesting point indeed. Derek Tuggle says this. He's looking to purchase Paramount. Word on the street. See, this is why I love Derek Tuggle. He is the boots on the ground in LA. And so I'm assuming that we're talking about Byron Allen. Interesting. And Derek also says one bad apple spoils the bunch. Absolutely. Here's my thing. I don't understand when people have enough resources, why? And he has done some of this, and acquiring is definitely one way to get things. It's easier to acquire than it is to build. But if there are roadblocks in acquisition, why not build? It's probably very simplistic of me to think this way, but why not build? And I know we've come, well, this is very related to what we're doing. And I don't know, Facebook, if any of you are making comments, because it is not populating. And I so apologize over here if it is not. I'm going to look at Facebook in just a moment. But let's see what else folks are saying. LaShondra is here, and she says hello to everyone. Hello, LaShondra Tinsley. Plush Life Media says they are not broken. They will move on just fine. Okay, good. Because again, I don't know whether or not they're broken. But when it comes to this is the difficult thing about having a head that has been involved in something. Because here's the thing: the same thing is the case with the Weinstein Company, right? Same thing is the case. So this is not the first. This has happened before. Sometimes actions like these can taint the brand, but as Plush says, they'll move on just fine, and I'm sure they will. Here's the thing: every company is supposed to have checks and balances, and a company like that probably has some sort of board, at least advisory board, that can help them get through the majority stock is now in the hands of the employees, which is kind of a nice thing. So I hope they're able to do some great stuff with it. Mosby has joined us. Hello. Plush Media says we need to own BET. You know what? I hate to say that. I feel like BET is a lost cause. We had it before. Now look what happened. We had it before. I'm not against us owning BET, but I'm like, if it's already so far gone, that's fine. Have it. It's like if rats take over your house, I'll move. You can have the house. I'll build a better one someplace else and make sure that it becomes rat free. And I'm no disrespect. I am not saying that BET is a rat filled house. That's not what I'm saying. And it probably sounds like that. But I don't know. I'm like, there are enough resources, to me, in my opinion, in my study, that we could build instead of only acquiring. Now, I have no problem with acquisitions. Again, like I said, acquiring tends to be a bit less taxing than building from the ground up. Makes sense. But yeah, I kind of think he may have dodged one, because there's Anyway, let's keep going. LaShondra says it is not serving, talking about BET. Joni Red Butterfly says, I agree. I can't remember the last time I was drawn to anything on BET. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Maybe I was like, perhaps I'm just bougie. Because I'm not drawn to something, but I'm also the type of thing that people will be laughing on the ground over some things, and I'm sitting there like, that's not funny. And then I laugh at other things that people don't find funny. So maybe it's just an acquired taste for people. It's not for me. There's nothing I watch on there unless they do a rerun of Coming to America. That I will watch. Let's see. Definitely not the first, says Almi Robinson. Danny Stone also says we should already have a black Netflix with major black actors and artists. Tubi is making a ridiculous, oh my gosh, let's not even go there, but Tubi is making a ridiculous amount of money off of black content. I think people would pay for a monthly subscription. Well, okay, well, let me tell you about, they may, but they may not. There are already too many subscriptions. The subscription model has some flaws in it fundamentally. And part of the thing is now come with me. You see how excited I'm getting, folks? There are too many streamers. And I'm not saying there's not room in the space for them. But after the success of Netflix existed by licensing content from others before they started making their own originals. Then they started at one point. What year was this? This was several years ago. They put 13 million into original content. Okay, so they're producing original content. They've got Marvel, they've got Star Wars, and then Disney said, you know what? That's our stuff. We want it back. Although they're starting to license to Netflix again. I don't know if you know, but they're starting to license to Netflix again. But everybody saw the success of Netflix and said, we can do the same thing. You see me beating my chest? We can do the same thing. So everybody does the same thing, but then you have too much fragmentation. If I am spending X amount of money per month on a Disney Plus, I then am not also going to pay for this, that, the other. I'm not paying for all those platforms. So now you have too much fragmentation where people have to make a decision. Where am I going to go? So with that comes a subscription. I can't subscribe to everything. So the subscription model, and this is why the FAST, I don't know if you've heard about FAST, free ad-supported television. So stuff like, Tubi is a FAST channel. Pluto is a FAST channel. Crackle is a FAST. So all of those channels that are free ad-supported, that have free ad-supported content, that's where a lot of things are going, because it's just too much with put a 1 in the chat, or let me know if how many subscriptions you have to streaming services. I'm so interested to know. I always ask this, but it's been a while since I've asked. So let me know, how many streaming services are you subscribed to? Let's go back over to, I'm having such a great time. So let's see. Derek Tuckle says, maybe this is why Bob Johnson sold it. He saw what was happening with the network. It could be, or maybe he just wanted to make, there was money to be made by selling to Viacom. So that's part of the thing, because here's the thing too. I think that we also have to, while I do agree with ownership, whether it's Black ownership, people of color owning, whoever's owning, I also think that we have to be careful of making people own things forever if they don't want to. So let's look at for example, the Black hair care space as this thing. There have been a few that have sold in recent years. So we can look at Carol's Daughter, who sold to L'Oreal. We can look at Mael, I believe, I could be wrong, but correct me. Mael is another brand who I got acquired, or there's a partnership. So there have been a few there. So the argument is always, the formula changes, right? But the biggest thing is now we don't have this Black-owned brand. And I agree. Sometimes people get tired. It is a lot. Many of these brands are not starting with the type of capital that some of these larger brands or even some of these other startups have. So now there's undue pressure to not only be a Black person in the space providing this, but now I also have bills to pay. It's easier if I sell it, but we will never allow them to sell it, because no, it has to stay in your hands forever. We have to stop that, because you can sell it and do something else. Why are we different from any companies? Do that all the time. But when you're a Black company, everybody expects you to hold on to something forever. So I think we also, while I do believe in ownership and passing this, I get it. But we also have to understand that we are human. We are not superhumans. And if you are tired of something or you're ready to move on to the next thing, I think it is okay to sell it. However, I would hold you accountable and responsible for making sure it gets into hands that are going to have the best interests of your audience in mind. I come off of my soapbox. My thing. Let's see. So Food Plane says experiences across. Oh, sorry. People are increasingly influenced by social media creators and video games rather than traditional TV and films. 100%. The shift is driving media companies to integrate more personalized and interactive experience across platforms. absolutely correct. I just saw this today. This is a story. I'm not going to talk about it, but the what is it? Was it Bravo? No, Netflix. Now you know Netflix does video games too, right? They are doing 3 more video games based off of programming they have. So they're doing a video game interactive experience from Selling Sunset. They're also doing Emily in Paris, and there's one more. So they're building. So you're 100% correct. 100%. Bootha Vandross, what's up, Bootha? Good to see you. Girls Club is here. What's up? How are you? I miss you. How are you? Yay. Thank you so much for being here. Yay. And let's talk about subscriptions. Derek says he has cut. I have to cut down the subscriptions besides the IRS taking out of my check before I get to spend. Well, exactly. And it's unfortunate. Maybe in a perfect world, we could spend as much on subscriptions as we like. But in the real world, most of us cannot and don't want to, because it becomes a waste. If you're not showing anything I value or want, I'm not paying for you. But you bank on me forgetting. I haven't forgot. I write on a post-it and put it right on my refrigerator when I'm supposed to cancel that free trial. I see you. I'm not forgetting. Let's see. Hey, Mosby, how are you? Kimmy says this. Well, I will watch the award shows on BET. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I've kind of had it with award shows too, but yeah, I'm probably not a good one for this. Why Terry says hello. And Plush Media says this. We have to consider how they change the programming and suppress the catalogs of the amazing footage from the 80s and 90s. Oh, my goodness. So important. Yes, yes, yes. 100%. This is a multi-layered topic. This is not simple. There is no simple answer. We will not solve it tonight. It won't be solved tomorrow. We can only do the best we can do with what we have. Is that the saying now? So I think I'm here to encourage more ownership. My thing is I really want to have a pipeline for students for media, or particularly from HBCUs, for media platform ownership. That's really what I'm about. But it's a multi-layered problem issue. Trish, how are you? Welcome. Kim says still a lot of Tyler Perry on BET. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding. There is. But this is the thing. Every platform is looking for content. If you actually sit down and watch many of these channels, there are repeats all the time. People are looking for content, but the interesting thing is they won't look for it from us. They will look for the same content. And I'm like, but this is why you're playing the same thing all the time. Something doesn't work for you. You cancel it after one season. Why not take a chance on something new? I know the answer to that, because people are risk adverse. I'm not going to spend money on people I don't know, that don't have a proven track record. I'm just not going to do it. So they would rather fail with people they know than they don't. I guess the devil you know is better than the angel you don't. I'll keep quiet. Danny says this, I agree. But if it shows and actors people want to see, Denzel, Viola Davis, Tatami, Dave Chappelle, maybe people would pay. I don't know, just a thought. Look at what 50 Cent is doing with his content. Yeah, but here's my point. Those actors are not the only people, and they're not the only people that matter. And to be honest, while they're all wonderful, I have seen some stellar content from people that are non-names than I have coming out of the traditional media industries in the past few years. There's some good stuff coming out traditionally, but there's even better stuff. If you sit and watch YouTube all day, if you sit and watch some of this independent stuff, you're like, why is no one seeing this? Again, risk aversion by the traditional media industry. So, but I agree with you, Danny. Absolutely. We could go on all day on this. Let's see. Let me see what Plush says. They build the trust in our community for organic products and then sell it to non-Black. They change the formula and put our lives in danger. Absolutely. Bryson wants to know who has Apple Music or Spotify. Let him know in the chat. Also, and Fenton Haney, hey, says good point. Absolutely. Hey, RLP, what's up? What's up, Ron? He is here. Thank you for joining, folks. Let me take a minute and say, hey, what's going on? If you've never been here before, I welcome you into the fold. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. You are watching MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. Like I'm trying to put up banners and stuff, and it's not working. Here we go. This is me. And here are the MediaScope details. Well, like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, why not? You're already watching. Like and subscribe. Let's do this. So we are here every week, 6 p.m. on all of these platforms. We're on a lot of platforms now. And if you are in the Caribbean or not, you can listen on Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and the rest of the Caribbean Thursdays at 2 p.m. We used to be at 8. We're now at 2. So yeah, so this actually, I'm coming to you in the future, kind of, or in the past. So I already did a show for Gospel 107. I recorded something separate for them earlier. And so you guys are now, I'm with you guys now. Yous guys, as they like to say in New York. All right. Let's see. Do we have any? Dr. Tarla Toomer is here. Hello, doctor. I bid you a good day. And Derek said, oh, great show as always. Thank you. Thank you so much. Derek, I'll come to you in a minute. Food Plane says, as of January 2025, we will have WWE Monday Night Raw. I used to love wrestling back in the day. Will drive up stock like wrestling or not. WWE has a huge following. It was a $5 billion deal or more. Yes, and I heard about this, but I didn't read the details of it. I wonder where that will take Netflix. Listen, Netflix is doing what they're supposed to do. They are doing what they're supposed to do. They are the streamer to beat. It doesn't matter what Disney Plus, Hulu, any of these other people come up with. Netflix has a good head on their shoulders. That doesn't mean everything they do is proper. That doesn't mean everything they do is correct or they're always making good decisions. That doesn't mean, now they have some good original program, but some you're like, really, that's the only CGI you could find for that building? Okay, some is not that great. But the point is they are cranking it out and people are eating it up. And remember, they were adverse to having an ad-supported tier at all, but realized that they needed to have some advertising because remember, they were subscription only. So this is where we're talking about subscriptions. Subscription only can be problematic if you don't have other revenue streams because you are at the whims of somebody who decides, I'm done today and I cancel today. There's a lot of churn with these things, meaning people subscribe and then unsubscribe, subscribe and unsubscribe. So there's a lot of churn with subscriptions. Something that's a little more solid is the advertising model, brand partnership, brand sponsorship. Danny, you know this. You are a follower of Mario Armstrong. You know this. So that's something. So if a subscription fails you, you have this. So this game is not and is no longer just about only advertising or only subscriptions. It has to be a mixture of different types of revenue streams, multiple streams of income, even for something like this that we think is so big and untouchable. Everybody has multiple streams of income. Oh, wait, who's leaving for Tennessee tomorrow? DiCarpio. Wait a minute. Well said. Yes, you deserve, everybody deserves it. I hope you have a great time in Tennessee. You definitely deserve it. You're so amazing. You are like, I'm like your number one fan. So thank you. All right. So I think we have exhausted this topic. And listen, we spent 40 minutes on one topic, but I'm cool. I am cool with it. See, this is why, and I tried to limit today. I said, oh, only 9 stories. We probably will get to 3. So I'm going to move on, but I will take some. And it's because you guys have such great commentary. And I want to recognize you all. Let's see. Did anybody else? Levok, what's up? How are you? Hey, Rod Lewis Photos. How are you? Jan is here. Hello, Jan. Barry's daughter has joined. Barry's daughter, welcome. Trish says this, magazines get you on renewals like that all the time. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I only get free magazines and they're industry periodicals that I get. I haven't had like a subscription that I pay for in a while, because they just pile up and I don't have time to read them. But I did enjoy Essence when I got it. But now I get like all like streaming media, all industry magazines, and they're free. So, absolutely. All right, let's do this. Let's go on to our next story. Let's see. I will see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Everything is out of order, but for those of you that we're speaking of streaming, you all are going to be super happy that we're getting a price hike. So for those of you that, okay, I'm freezing, I think. Okay, no, I'm here. All right, so Max is, let me know if you all can hear me because I'm getting some circling of my computer. I think I got too much going on. But Max is raising their subscription prices. They announced, yes, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, a series of price hikes for the Max subscription streaming service. So, effective today, the monthly cost of the ad-free plan will increase by $1 per month to $16.99. Yearly ad-free plan will increase by $20 to $169.99. Okay, sorry guys, I froze. I don't know what happened, but I'm back. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. I froze and I had to go out and come back in. Thank goodness this was up. Stupid. Anyway, let's take this down. Now I'm annoyed. Okay, so hopefully you all can hear me and everything, and I'm back. So, yes, all right, it looks like I'm back. So, let's talk a little bit about this. So, there's going to be a price hike. I don't know if you heard me, but $1 per month for the ad-free plan to $16.99, $20 per year to $169.99 if you are doing the yearly plan. And here's the thing, if there's something that you really value in a streamer or any subscription, I always say do the yearly plan if you can, because you are going to save on it. So there's nothing that would on HBO right now that would make me want to pay for the entire year. But if you value the content on HBO, go ahead and do the entire year. But you are going to get a price hike. So honestly, probably the time to have done the yearly plan was before the 4th. So you could get locked in at the old price. But notwithstanding, they are doing a price hike. And by the way, actually, Max just launched service in 20 European countries. So we've got more service over there. Now, price hikes are also, they're immediate for new subscribers. So if you're an old subscriber, that will happen on your next billing cycle. The ad plan, the ultimate, not the ad, wait a minute, the 10-month ultimate ad-free plan will increase $1 per month, so $20.99 you'll be paying. The yearly plan will increase $10 per month to $200. Let me say this right, $209. But if you are I think they have a student plan. No, that's for Spotify, the next thing we're talking about. So you're getting some price hikes. Be prepared. Your pockets will be a little bit lighter. I am not a subscriber to HBO. Let me know. Well, it's Max, but let me know if you are subscribed to Max. And if you're going to unsubscribe because of this, I would love to know. All right. So let's take a look at this next one. Spotify, you're getting a price hike too, and you get a price hike, and you get a price hike. We all get a price hike. So if you are subscribed to Spotify, you are going to get a price hike from $1. So this seems to be the thing, to $11.99 for the premium plan. The dual plan jumps $2 to $16.99, and the family plan is getting the biggest increase at $3, and now you're going to be paying $19.99 monthly. Who do these people eat? Anyway, you're safe if you're a student because you are only going to still be paying $5.99. But you can't just say, "Hey, I'm a student." You actually have to prove that you're a student. So let's take some comments and see what is what. Let's go to Instagram first. Wait, CQ is live? Interesting. Okay. So we're almost done. That's fine. Pass on these services, says Levoc. Absolutely. Okay, you can hear me now. And Ron says he's getting rid of all half of his subscriptions. I mean, if you're not using them, that's money that you could be using towards something else fruitful, but they bank on us forgetting that we have some of these things because it's automatic and it gets pulled out. But you definitely should make sure. I mean, in fact, I think there's some services, some apps that you could use that will look at things that you're paying for twice or things you no longer need and like cancel them for you. So definitely do that. Kimmy says, I like Game of Thrones. Oh, okay. I couldn't get with Game of Thrones. Keith, how are you? Joyful Connections Life Coaching. Hello. Levoc says fake student IDs. Apparently, Levoc is making fake student IDs. Contact him after the show if you are interested. Oh, goodness. I can't. Okay, let's do this. Derek says, obviously not, and don't want us to eat. Well, no, you can eat. You just have to decide what's more important to you, your subscription or food and sustenance. I'll take sustenance for $500, Alex. So anyway, let's keep going. We have a few more stories that we're going to talk about before we end for the night. But I'm happy to be here with you. Welcome to MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. This is, in my opinion, the livest media, tech, and pop culture party in the land. I'm Dr. Tachi. Thank you for being here. And we are here every Wednesday, just about every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you so very much for being here. Okay, let's keep going. We have just a little bit more to cover. So I think let's do two more stories and I'm going to let you go. All right. So here we go. This is really cool. So for those of you that are sports radio fans, Detroit has a new sports radio station rather in town. It's called Sports Rap Radio AM 1270 in Detroit. Detroit has made a lot of firsts, and they are actually the first all-black led sports radio station and they just launched on the airwaves like a couple of days ago. So Rob Parker is the person that you see pictured here, and he says this is history making. It's groundbreaking, and we just believe the time has come. So he's a former, for those of you from Detroit, you may know that he is a former sports anchor from Detroit, and he's launched it together with some partners. He's got a team of co-owners. Hold on, let's take this down and we'll go back. So he's got a team of co-owners. Let's see if I can find them. Longtime friend Dave Kenny, former NBA player BJ Armstrong, and former Detroit Country Day football star and University of Michigan wide receiver Maurice Mo Ways. Those names mean nothing to me, but maybe they mean something to you if you are a sports fan. And if you ask me, we were just talking about all of this thing with ownership and platform ownership. This is definitely the way to go. I think too many of us are concerned with trying to be the only owner, and sometimes it's easier to be the only one. But to get some of these things done, look at partnerships. I think we could do these things and have more ownership, more meaningful ownership if we look at partnerships. So he did this right. All right. So for those of you that are in Detroit and you are sports fans, you can check that out. Very cool. Let's see if we have any comments, and we do. Girls Club Inc. says nice. Yeah, absolutely. This is really good. Let's see if we have any comments over here. Levox says BJ Armstrong played with the Chicago Bulls during their championship years with Michael Jordan. Okay, I did not know that. And he also says it should be a good sports show. Yeah, so if you are a sports aficionado, this is something for you. That should be actually really cool. What I don't know is if you're going to be able to listen via their website or online. I would imagine so. you've got to be digital these days as well. So I don't know. I will let you know if you are able to listen online. All right, let's do two more stories. So we're going to do this one. Here we go. Let's see if I can find it. All right, you've heard of beauty pageants? How about an AI beauty pageant? Oh, well, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the intro to the tech segment. I have to do that. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. All right, intro to the tech segment. So, as I was saying, uh, beauty pageants have now taken an AI turn. That's right. This is from an AI beauty pageant. It is called Miss AI. And they have top contestants from around the world. And these are some of the ones you're seeing. And these are all AI created. So instead of human contestants, they are wholly AI creations. They've got over 1,500 entries from creators across the globe, including the US, the continent of Africa, South America, India, Japan, and more. So the judges are looking for more than just a pretty face. They're looking for traditional pageant qualities like appearance and poise, but they're also awarding points for the technical skill and innovative use of AI tools in creating these contestants. Now, I don't know what you think about this. This is cool from a technology standpoint. I think it will be interesting to see what people are able to come up with. But I'm also wondering, is this now just enforcing old beauty stereotypes, etc.? I don't know, but they've got a lot of different. You could look at this design taxi and look at some of the images, but that one that I put up is one, and these are all. I'll put it up again so you can see. Actually, very well done. I don't think they're necessarily the traditional, but it could go the way of enforcing traditional beauty stereotypes if we are not careful with this. So I want to know what you think about this story. And I already see some things. Arlesia says, not Miss AI. Yes, Miss AI. I don't even know how you answered this. Terry Johnson asked the question we ask every week on the Biz Chicks. Who asked for this? Somebody did. People are entering. So yeah, D Carpio, I don't know if you're saying nice to the AI and Derek, I don't know if you are, but let me know. But Derek says, oh Lord, not an AI beauty pageant. There, you knew it was coming. AI is involved in everything. You knew it was coming. You 100% knew. Lashandra Tinsley has a frown on her face on Instagram. And Ron Lewis Photo says, oh my. Levox says, what's next? Dancing with the AI stars? Yes. Yes. Don't laugh. AI is so pervasive, and especially with the advent of AI video Sora, that could happen. That could 100% happen. So then it calls into question, what need do we have for human talent, right? When it comes to those things. But also, I think these AI types of things, these creations, can exist alongside human talent. It should just not be used as a replacement. So I think too often we think, oh, AI is coming to replace. No, AI should not replace. If you know what you're doing, AI should not replace you. It should be tandem. It should be an accompaniment to what you do. Right? Hey, Unique Natasha, how are you? Ron Lewis says, build it and they will come. Amen. Build it and they certainly will come. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. Dwana Hughes is here. What's up? I'm finally seeing some of you on Facebook. Kente Ferguson says hi. Dwana Hughes says that is correct. Companies do that all the time. Absolutely. All right, good. So though I got some folks on Facebook, and Unique Natasha says, so true, and happy Thankful Thursday. Well, happy Thankful Thursday to you. Thank you for being here. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Let's see. We are just about at time, but I do want to put this for those of you who follow what I do with Pop Gumbo. You probably saw this story, but I am going to talk about it again. And guess what? It's a pop culture story. So it's time for the pop culture intro. Here we go. All right. Bad gal Riri. Bad gal Riri. Girl gal. Rihanna. Whatever she's called. Rihanna is in the news because in addition to having Savage Times Fenty, in addition to having her wildly popular cosmetic line, she now is getting into hair. That's right. Just on the heels of Sacred and Beyonce having her own line, now she is going to have her own line. It is called Fenty Hair, and that makes sense. And it is supposed to be a reparative hair care line that is for all textures. And so this is the interesting thing that's coming up. Many of these lines that are coming out now are supposed to embrace and encompass all textures. So she dropped a video on June 4th, and you could actually watch it on her website if you go to fentyhair.com. You're going to be able to watch the promo that she dropped, and it features models like with all hair textures. So good for you, Rihanna. So if you are looking for a new hair care line, you're not going to have to wait long. It drops on June 13th. So that's like next week, 7 days, right? Yeah. So next week it drops on Thursday of next week. If you are interested in trying it out, I went to the website, there is actually a code so you can, a sign up so that you can get percentage off and some deals and stuff specials. So I don't know all the products in the line. I did not see that, but check it out. So if you're looking for a new hair care line, look at it. And congrats, Rihanna. Good for you. Good for you. Serena is here. What is up? The Queen of Food Truckery and Minister of Libation is here. Welcome. Thank you. And with regard to AI, our Alicia says, we really don't know what's real and what's fake now. That's why you have to question everything. Don't take anything at face value. Look for agreement. Check sources. It's a lot of work, but it's necessary because you cannot. All right, folks, listen. We are done. I'm here at 1 hour, and I promised you I was going to give you 1 hour. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for joining me on a Thursday, not my normal day. I will be back next week, I believe, on Wednesday, on the normal day, 6 p.m. Eastern time, on all of these things. Let's see if we have any final thoughts. Unique Natasha says she will try Fenty hair as long as it's reasonable. It probably will not be. Unique Natasha says she needs a taco from Divine Right. So we need the food truck whenever you get a chance, my dear. Absolutely. Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. So folks, once again, thank you. I will be back next week. That's what happens when you live in the tropics. Things fly in front of you all the time, and I don't know how it got in here. So I love you guys for watching. I bid you, hold on, let's get back so that I can actually do this properly. All right. I love you guys for watching. I bid you adieu, you guys, myself, all of this news. We're going to exit stage left. So I hope you have a great evening. Apparently our CEO, D Nice, is on now. I think he's on still. So go ahead. And if you're looking for some great music, go ahead and check him out. But until next week, cheers.
Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities. Here we offer you. We gon' show you on your way. The content it never stays, but positive.